Welcome to the Sawblade 666 live draw-in chat. I am Daniel Sawblade.
And I am Cartoon Ryan. What is up, guys?
Thanks for tuning in. Tonight, I'm going to work on this medieval spawn piece for the upcoming convention we're doing. That's at the end of this month, right?
Yeah, Memorial Day weekend.
So if you're in town, or if you made a specific trip to be at the convention, Comic Palooza, come to the table and say hello to me and Ryan.
Yeah, we'll be there all weekend.
Also, I think what I'm going to do with this is just kind of, got a rough sketch. I'm just kind of working on getting things where I want it, all details and stuff kind of sorted out. Excuse me. And so I'll just slowly be kind of cleaning this up. A lot of times I don't do tight pencils. This is about where I stop with stuff, but with this, since it's more of a specific thing and I'm looking at a mix of things, I'm looking at some McFarlane art, I'm looking at action figures, I'm looking at statues, and I'm kind of just melding it into my own thing with elements from different stuff to kind of keep just a cohesive kind of look. Like when someone looks at it that's a fan, they can tell that still have my own spin on it. So those pencils need to be a little tighter before I ink it. And but before that, I wanted to talk about the upcoming zine. Hopefully this is in frame. I'm guessing it is.
Yeah, hang on one second. Sorry. Yeah.
There it is. I'm not going to do a complete flip through because I want you guys to...
Hey, what's up, Choopy?
Dive into when it's ready. This is a dummy copy. I'm printing the actual copies tomorrow morning. So you got 24 pages or so of all brand new art. A nice little package here.
Yeah.
And one lucky person gets an original piece of art.
Yep.
So I'm slipping this piece in one of the randomly in one of the 50 copies. So,
and each of them come with a sticker sheet too, so you'll have a sheet of stickers.
Right, and depending on which copy you get, will be the corresponding sticker sheet because there's two different ones.
Yeah. Half of them will have one sticker sheet set, and the other half will have another one.
So this is issue 2, and first one sold out the same day.
Yep.
And
sure did.
I recommend that if you're interested in this, be on the lookout for my post when we post it in the store.
Yeah, we're gonna post it in probably the website, I think, only because there's no international sales on Instagram store. It's only US. So we'll post it on the website like we did with the first one.
Oh yeah, they can't buy it from...
No, not on it. If they're international, they can't buy it.
I don't even think we did a link last time right?
I don't remember. I'll look and see. I have it on Facebook, but either way, we're going to post it on the website in the store there.
Okay.
Just like we did last time.
Which is basically a link in the bio. They can go to it from there, right?
Yeah, I'll have a link in the bio on Instagram. It'll be your top link.
Right.
I'll put it on there when it's time. But
okay.
Yeah.
So I started this in December of last year. So it's been kind of a long project. I'm glad it's wrapped up.
Choopy said he loves the cover, and he said he's keeping his eyes open for that release.
Yeah, it's I'm really happy with it. Yeah, it's all new stuff specifically for this little publication here. Some I posted, a lot of it I haven't. So,
Yeah.
if you, for those that follow the Instagram, I did post a brief flip through of my stories, just a few seconds, quick.
Yeah.
So that's the only other place I've done this. But yeah, be on the lookout for it. It should be, like I said, we're printing it tomorrow, and then Ryan's ordered sticker sheets.
Yeah. Those come in
And
next week sometime.
it's going to come bagged, so we got to wait on those, and then once those are in, I'll put everything together.
Yeah.
And we'll just put it out. So it should probably be, I don't know, sometime next week.
Yeah, it's hoping. Yeah, it just depends on when those stickers get in.
Yeah.
They said it can take up to the May 10th at the longest. for
Ah,
them to
okay.
get here. So, but
Okay.
we'll see. They could get here before.
If not next week, the week after.
Yeah, but
Definitely sometime this month.
within 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So be on the lookout.
Yeah.
We'll probably talk about it on here too before before it's officially released.
Yeah.
Give everybody a heads up.
Yeah.
No pun intended. All right. So you saw Alien
Last night.
in the theaters.
Oh, dude, it's so badass. Oh, that was so awesome. Choopy, we use a sticker app is mainly what we've been using lately. But I'm open for any other suggestions if anybody. I always like
I
to
thought it was Sticker Mule.
or Sticker Mule. Yeah, Sticker Mule. My bad. I don't know why I said sticker app.
Well, because I've used Sticker app
Oh, okay.
before.
Yeah, Sticker Mule is who we're using.
I used to use Sticker app all the time. I'm not against Sticker app. They're
Yeah.
good too. But Sticker Mule, I think we're tied up with because not tied up with them, but we set up an account, and we also decided that they have a lot of
They have a lot of promotional marketing.
promotional supply items. Like you can get
They have everything.
printed
dude.
bags. You
Yeah.
can, which we would like to get into, printed mailers, stuff like that.
Maddie said that she loved Alien last night. It was her first time seeing it on the big screen. And Choopy loves Sticker Mule as well. He says he uses it for small batches, and they give him great deals. Yeah, they give you good discounts. That's one thing that's good about them. If you order in like even small batches or in bulk, they'll give you a pretty good discount.
Well, y'all got the internet then.
What? Let me see.
Maddie's
She's just probably on a what do you call it, 5G or something.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, Maddie.
She's not modding though. I think she's on her personal.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's still out. Crazy. Nope, no internet, she said.
Yeah, I'm gonna go try to see that this weekend because
Yeah, it was cool, man.
I was a kid, and like we were talking about earlier,
Yeah.
I mean, when it came out, I was 4,
Mm-hmm.
and then later on, you know what's really funny though? I really do have an early memory of the from the first movie. I was probably 5 or 6. There's a kid I knew that had the Kenner action figure of it. It's like a giant 12 or 13 inch figure of that alien, and it had the clear plastic top on the head that showed the skull. Man,
Yeah.
that thing is so awesome. But yeah, as a teenager, whenever I could, that was one that we try to get on VHS, man.
Yeah. Yeah, I love that shit. It's so good.
Big influence on me.
Oh yeah. Yes, we're talking about Alien. Yeah, it was it's in theaters right now, the original.
See, I had no idea.
I didn't either. A friend of ours told us about it. Our friend Jerry, he like the Alien. He's seen them. He loves them all. He doesn't care how bad they are. He loves them all, and he's obsessed with them. And he knows Maddie's really into them. So he was like, "Hey guys, you want to?" I was like, "Oh shit." That was his wife's first time ever seeing it.
Oh wow.
Yeah, not into horror movies. Oh, Maddie's saying today's the last day.
What?
Yeah, it was only a limited release. That sucks, man.
All right. Well, I'll see y'all later. I got. Damn it. Well, I didn't see anything advertised. I didn't see anything about it.
Yeah, I didn't either. I didn't know about it. Just a friend of ours told us about it. And Choopy's like, yeah, maybe next time. Have to pop out the Blu-ray.
Fuck, I guess
Yeah.
I should have saw it the day you mentioned it.
Yeah, just no way of knowing, man. I didn't see anything about it. Never knew about it. Anything. Yeah, my personal favorite one is Aliens. I love them both. I love the first one a lot, but yeah, the second one is just, I don't know, something about it's just wild.
Well, it's
The Marines and all that shit.
Yeah.
It's just craziness.
Well, that
That big suit she wore.
Well, that particular, well, that movie in particular had a lot of influence on sci-fi for years to come. Like, I
Yeah.
mean, that's influenced so many. Like,
Oh yeah.
you know, subgenres.
Yeah, it was revolutionary.
I follow a lot of gaming stuff, and that aesthetic is in all kinds
Yeah.
of games and comics and. I mean, Warhammer's swiped from that.
Yeah.
I mean, there's just so much that's taken from that movie.
What's crazy is Ridley Scott. They had a little Ridley Scott interview before it started, and he was talking about when he wanted Geiger to be part of it, to design everything on the set from the art.
Someone showed his art book.
Yeah, and he said he didn't want to. He was like, "Nah, I don't want to." And he was like, "Man, come on, fly out here." And he was like, "No, he don't fly." He's like, "I don't." So he flew out there to see him, and then he convinced him. He's like, "No, you have to do this," and he did it.
There's
Maddie's-
footage of him working on it.
Yeah, dude, they were showing really cool like side by side comparisons of everything. It was badass. They did such a great job making it look like his art in real life. Let's see. Maddie said, "Don't forget this special release was also to advertise Alien Romulus." Yes, it was. They talked about the new movie a lot.
Oh well, I missed that.
Let's see. Have y'all seen the game Scorn that came out a couple of years ago? It's got a gross Geiger inspired art style. Never heard of that. Yeah, I'll have to check that out. I like playing games when I get a chance to. I hardly ever get a chance to game, but when I do, I like popping a couple of good candies and just vegging and playing games until I can't play anymore. May asked, how often do you use a glove while drawing? That's a good question.
When I know for sure my hand is going to be on that paper, and in this case it's kind of a big sheet, so my hand's directly going to rest on top of these pencils and the paper, and it's not necessarily to prevent smudging, more so than like when you get your skin oils all over this paper.
Yeah,
it kind of, the ink doesn't really, for me anyway, doesn't glide on there because it mixes with your oils and then the graphite of the pencil, and it gets kind of mucky. But yeah, to answer your question, usually when the paper is pretty big, and I know my hand's going to be on it a lot. Because if it's small and I can draw like next to it, my hand won't really be on the paper. I'll skip the glove. But
yeah, I'm the same way if I know my hand's gonna be touching the page a lot.
Yeah, even when your hands are like, you wash your hands, even then
It doesn't
like,
matter.
You still have oils on your hand that affect that paper.
And sometimes if it's really quick, I'll just put like a paper underneath my hand.
Yeah, that works
I'll
too.
do that.
I tend to forget though, and then I don't, you know.
If I don't have my glove nearby and I'm too lazy to get up, I'll just get a piece of like cardstock or Bristol that I have loose when I'm testing out my markers, and I'll just use that.
I don't know how entertaining tonight will be because I'm going to just be kind of meticulous with the cleanup. I'm just kind of going over spots and not a lot of actual drawing, just kind of cleaning up what I already have. And along the way, for people that wonder, part of my cleanup is erasing stray lines as I go. So it's going to be a lot of that. I didn't have anything else planned, so that's what we're doing. Not a medieval Spawn fan. I'm not really a Spawn fan at all, but I thought it would be cool to try to tackle medieval Spawn because I like I like big beefy warrior dudes. So
you know, it'd be cool. Remember Batman when Bane broke his back or whatever, and Azrael took over, and he was like weird looking. He had like
that was weird looking. Do my version of that?
That'd be cool.
Yeah, that'd be interesting.
Because I ain't gonna lie, I kind of liked his suit.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I
did.
didn't care for it back then.
I did.
Like,
well, no, back then I thought it was stupid, but now that I'm older, I'm like, man, that's kind of cool looking. Yeah, I think it's kind of cool looking.
You like this big angular razor wing type looking things?
In the video game, they made him look more like a knight. It was badass. The Arkham games.
Right.
God, those games are so good. Maddie said it's a great concept.
Yeah, I don't know I know somehow Spawn does a little bit of time traveling somehow, where he gets to the Middle Ages and I don't know. I don't know exactly.
Yeah, I didn't really keep up with it. I think I fell off like about issue, I don't know, man. It was kind of early on.
Yeah, about 6 or 7.
I think it was 10 for me.
Were you buying them as they
Yeah,
came out?
I bought them when I think I was 13. Yeah, I bought the first issue. I still have that first issue somewhere.
Okay, I don't.
Yeah, I bought it. Yeah, but the rest of them, I don't know what happened to them. But yeah, I didn't understand because it's like his powers were limited or whatever. But it's like, okay, what are you gonna do when all that runs out? And just, I don't know, just kind of, I lost interest pretty fast with it. To me, it was funny because like Image to me was just like knockoff of Marvel stuff.
A lot of it was.
It really was. It's just
Well, the
same
books
shit.
that they came off of, they kind of carried over into their own IPs.
Yeah, it was the same shit. It's just they just slapped on different uniforms for everybody. You had the big hulky guy for Youngblood and
They always had.
Sasquatch looking.
Well, and Wildcats had their big
Yeah,
guy.
Wildcats had their big
Well, it's
guy.
always like some big guy. There's always a guy that has razor blade hands or claws because he's the Wolverine guy. You know.
It's like, Fantastic Four has Thing, Avengers has Hulk, Youngblood and Wildcats had their. I'm like, and then X Force had what, Sasquatch or whatever. Or no, that was Alpha Flight. Yeah, that's who that was. X-Men had Beast. Guess the formula keeps going. Excuse me. Maddie said every crew needs a big guy. Yeah, I guess so.
Went to Jim Lee's signing in 1993,
Yeah.
and it was at I don't know if you remember Bedrock used to be across the street. You know, the one on Westheimer.
Yeah.
It used to be across the street from where it is now, on the other side of Westheimer.
Yeah.
And I'll never forget the line to
Yeah.
that fucking shit, dude.
Dude, he came.
It was for, I'm not kidding you, dude, it was for miles.
Yeah, that's crazy, dude.
Dude, you couldn't even see the end of the line.
That's nuts, man.
It went off the property, like down the street to
That's
other
what's
fucking
crazy
things.
is he came here not too long ago at Bedrock and did another signing. And
Jim Lee?
yeah, it was like a year.
I didn't hear
It was like a couple of years ago, or maybe it was like after the pandemic kind of slowed. It was all done.
Oh, I think
and dude, it went blocks. It was like they wrapped around the buildings around there, dude. It was crazy. I was like, dude, he still got it. Oh, Maddie had a question. She said, this has probably been asked before, but have you done any canvas or paint type work? Painted on canvas?
I don't paint.
Yeah.
That's a whole different. Yeah, I'm not a painter. I've kind of in the past had considered trying to learn that, but that's a whole different way to process of thinking.
Yeah.
So no, my sense of color's not that strong.
Mm-hmm.
And that requires mixing colors, knowing color theory.
Mm-hmm.
The application of paint too, that's completely different than drawing. So no, I did a little bit in high school. Like I did one thing, just to kind of experiment with painting, but no, I just stuck to drawing. I'm obsessed with line and cartooning and illustration with ink.
She said, I see a lot of painters start with the pencil sketch on canvas, and it made me think of that.
Oh yeah, you start with a drawing.
Uh-huh.
It's just that
You fill it in with the colors.
You apply paint different than
Yeah.
That's a whole.
You do a lot of mixing and layers.
Yeah, it's a whole different.
And you got to know your colors really well.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it looks like garbage if you don't.
Yeah, it's just a whole different technique. It's
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a whole different skill set. It took me so long to figure out how to get things going with ink that, not to sound lazy, but I just, yeah, I just stuck to ink, you know. And now that I kind of want to do the career shift and get a, not totally abandon illustration, but get into cartooning and comic book art more. It'll really stay there because,
Yeah.
well, I don't. You can also have painted books too, but
Yeah.
I don't foresee myself shifting from what I already know to relearn something.
Yeah.
Who knows? Maybe in the future. I'm
Yeah.
not against it completely. I just, it's a little intimidating, painting.
Yeah, I suck at it. I tried it a few times.
It's
and
a little intimidating.
I threw in the towel.
It's a whole different skill set for sure. I love painting. I think it's awesome
Yeah.
to look at for sure. Good question though. You know, for a long time, when I was trying to get just my art, just early commission work and trying to get people to use my stuff for things, that was Maddie's question reminds me of people, you know, back then would say, well, you don't, you know, do you draw, do you work in color? Because that was like the main thing that would keep me from getting stuff like locally, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Or just on you know, like a small level. That was like always the thing that was the deal breaker, you know?
Yeah.
And, but it worked out.
Yeah.
I stuck to my guns as well, you know. Playing around with this mask is just feeling like it wasn't looking like Spawn. So now I'm I still get that to this day. I get
What?
like, oh, you know, man, why don't you work in color? Why don't you,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah, I'm pretty limited on what I can mess around with markers a tad, but I still need to improve on that.
Markers are definitely a little more doable for me than
Yeah, the
paint.
the paint doesn't work for me, man.
You can learn it.
I just have to really practice. Like
take classes or
I'd have to dedicate time, and time is a very sparing commodity for me.
Yeah. I think it's good to go with what you're strong with.
Yeah.
and push that.
Yeah.
You know, just with whatever. Definitely not try to shy away from learning shit,
Yeah.
but if you want to get something going, it's good to just take
Yeah.
what you know and run with it.
Yeah, that's true. If you want to challenge yourself and you have time, you can try new
Yeah.
things. But yeah, if you're really good at something, just crank out
Focus on that,
tons
get
of
better,
stuff.
and
Maddie says she can't imagine this sort of art being in color. She imagines it more in black and white.
yeah, some stuff just fits better.
Yeah.
Um, Tell you what, drawing the Spawn helmet is tripping me out now.
Choopy said he agreed with Maddie. He said this art style really lends itself well to black and white and high contrasts. I agree.
I always thought so, you know.
It's just your
Especially-
trademark, you know. It's just your style,
Yeah,
what you're known for. And Maddie said this is more than cleanup.
what's that?
Oh, she's just being silly. She's like, this is more than cleanup.
Yeah, I'm kind of nitpicking it.
Yeah.
Not going to be the most exciting stream, but
No, it's all good, man. It's cool to see the different things you're working on, you know.
fucking leave that mask alone now, I think. Hopefully. Just can't get off of it, man. Like,
Oh, my buddy Jaime's here. He said that Meat Canyon design was dope. I just saw it the other day.
oh, thanks.
Yeah, that's... First of all, that dude's channel is hilarious. And then second of all, I love that his head's chopped off and damn near everything you've drawn of him. Choopy agrees. He was about to say the same thing.
And that people think I'm promoting cannibalism.
Oh, yeah, that was funny. That was a funny comment. Somebody's like, you're promoting cannibalism. I was just like, delete.
Like that's a common thing.
Yeah, it's just people say stupid shit online. They always gotta let you know what they think about something.
I guess I'll get off of that and move on to other things.
He said it reminded him of that movie, Silence of the Lambs or Hannibal, where Anthony Hopkins was feeding the dude his own brain. I remember that. That was hilarious. He sliced that dude's brain and was feeding it to him.
Said it's like something about fava beans or
No, that was in Silence of the Lambs. I think he's talking about Hannibal. Ray Liotta's character, he cut his head open and he made him eat his brain. He sliced a little bit of the dude's brain off and fried it in a pan, and then he fed it to him.
Oh wow, that's brutal.
Yeah. Maddie said, I would have left that comment up. You've arrived at cannibal.
I left it up for a little while.
Yeah, it's dumb.
But then I was like, man,
Oh,
you know,
I delete stupid shit.
is this guy going to report me to fucking, you know?
Nah, I mean, he could report it and nothing's going to happen.
People just...
I may say you should have pinned that comment.
People just look for shit, you know?
At least it's just one person. It would suck if it was tons of people. That'd be annoying. Most comments are very positive about it.
Yeah.
Yes, I agree. The Lecter series is awesome. I love that stuff. Silence of the Lambs and Red Dragon, Hannibal. They're all three such different movies, but they're fun to watch. I didn't like Hannibal Rising, though. The prequel thing, I didn't care for that too much. But the Anthony Hopkins ones were badass. Those are fun.
What was the first one had was it Jane Fonda? No.
It had
What's her name?
oh dude,
I get her confused with somebody.
Jodie Foster. Had to
Yeah.
think of it for a
Back
second.
in the day, I'd get them confused for some reason.
Yeah, that's weird because they're nothing alike. I guess the names maybe. The books are page turners. I need to read Hannibal. Yeah, the movie was lame to me. I didn't like it. I bet the book's good.
Or was it Helen Hunt that would?
Nah, that was Jodie Foster. Claire Reese. Yeah, that's what her character's name was. Yeah, I agree. Choopy's like, I don't know how you draw those chains so effortlessly. I can draw chains, but I don't do them fast like that.
Fuck, they're still kind of sloppy, but I'm getting them in there, I guess. Yeah, I've drawn them so much that
Yeah.
I don't, you know, still got to be tightened up. I'm just kind of. It's cool you can see them though. I guess they're not too bad then.
He said he sits and overthinks them too much and they still turn out bad. It's just practice, man. Looking at actual chains in front of you would help too. And put them in different, have them hanging off of stuff or crumpled up. Star Wars, they're releasing episode 1 this month. Good thing to ride Inherited 2. Huh, I don't know. What that? Chains muscle memory. Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure he's drawn many a chain over the years.
Yeah, it's kind of like skulls, like
Yeah, skulls and chains and spikes and
still not happy with that helmet. Have to go back to that later.
oh, inebriated. That's what you meant. Yeah, that movie sucks. I remember seeing it in the theaters when
Which
it came
one?
out. The first episode 1 Star Wars. It's garbage.
Yeah, I wasn't too thrilled with that.
No. Color theory and chain theory.
Yeah.
He put an X on color theory and a check mark on chain theory. That's hilarious. The Clone Wars stuff makes it bearable, but yeah, by itself it's garbage.
Star Wars canceled out for me the day that I discovered I can't watch the original ones anymore.
Yeah,
The way they were before.
yeah,
Unless you have a fucking VCR,
yeah. You can't get them any kind of way.
you're fucked. You know, you can't watch them the way they were.
Yeah,
So I lost interest right away. Like, man, I can't even relive, the way it was.
yeah. I prefer them that way too, but I like the story. It's cool stories. They tell a lot of good stories with it. A lot of stuff before that time period too. They're starting to they've really been focusing on.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't.
Yeah, out of the prequels, Revenge of the Sith is the best. I'd have to agree, and that wasn't that great for me, but I think it's a generational thing. I'm more into the original sequels from the 80s and late 70s.
I don't know, man. It just had a feel to it.
Yeah.
And also, too, I kind of want to boycott Disney, man, taking over everything, and
Yeah.
Marvel, Star Wars. What's next? I mean,
Yeah. I think if it hadn't been for Disney, Marvel would have just been gone. They
weren't doing too hot.
no, they're on their way out. So in a way, they kind of saved Marvel, but they
Did
took
they
it
do
over.
anything good with it? Not really.
The movies were fun. At first, they kind of overdid them. I lost interest in those movies, but those first set of movies were fun.
Did they have anything to do with those?
Disney?
The very first Marvel movies?
Yeah, yeah. They did it after they took over, basically.
So it's been that long already.
They took over Marvel in 2011. So the first.
Oh, I'm talking about the very, very first Marvel movie, the Spider-Man.
Oh no, because so they didn't do those because there's a licensing agreement with like Sony and like I think Columbia Pictures owns the rights to do Spider-Man and X-Men, all the
Okay.
mutants, and they could, but then they kind of came to an agreement. Yeah, so Spider-Man is Sony.
Ah.
Yeah, it's weird. It's like on film, like Spider-Man has to remain with Sony and Columbia. But then they made a deal like a few years back and they brought him on screen finally in the Disney ones. Yeah, I saw the first 3 episodes of the new X-Men 97. That was really good. It's really, really
Why
good.
is it 90? Why?
Because the cartoon came out in 97. The original
I
one.
thought it came out before that.
No, it was like 97 when it 96, 97 around there. I used to watch it back when I was like everybody in school would have made fun of me for watching cartoons still. I was like way too old to be watching that shit, but
Dude, I could have swore that cartoon came out in the mid-90s.
no, it was like late 90s. It was like cuz the Spider-Man cartoon came out in the mid 90s. It was like 95 and it lasted like I think 2 years.
There was an X-Men cartoon briefly in the early 80s.
Yeah, I remember that one too. Oh, okay. So yeah, it was the mid 90s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, I remember.
The revamp is set in 97, but it's either way, it's really good, man. It's fucking good. It feels like the same. I mean, they made it look the same. It's exactly the same looking. It's crazy, dude. And like the voice actors are back. The only thing I notice is Wolverine sounds really old because he is really old, the voice actor for Wolverine. So it's like Grandpa Wolverine almost. But yeah, so it was the mid 90s. Yeah. Because I remember Spider-Man for sure came out like in 95. I like that cartoon too. I used to watch the shit out of that, man. I loved when they did the X-Men Spider-Man crossover. Excuse me.
What's our time looking like?
It's 7:49,
Okay.
so about 10 minutes till late. Maddie asks if you have a favorite superhero. Yeah, that was me burping.
I
Maddie.
guess for like mainstream superhero stuff, which I kind of lost interest in years back, but I guess my favorite would be either Batman, Wolverine, maybe those two.
Yeah.
If I had to choose one of those.
Yeah, my favorite of all time is Batman for the the mainstream stuff.
I would say he's not really a superhero, but he really works well as a comic character, as Conan.
Yeah.
I like that a lot. Still like that a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Also Thor for a while. I was really into that.
Yeah. You're into Iron Man too, weren't you?
I was an Iron Man freak.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to be into him too.
Mm-hmm.
When that character wasn't like, it wasn't considered cool at all.
Yeah.
I don't even know how that character, I guess they sold enough for it to justify having a book, but that was not ever a character that was considered cool in the circles that the few people that I talked to that were into comics. And, that Iron Man's dumb.
Choopy asked, have you ever listened to the band Conan?
No, I know of one called Crom, but I never listened to a band called Conan. Definitely into the old Conan magazines and the first movie.
Yeah, I like that first movie too. He says it's swampy sludge shit. They've gained some traction lately. I'll have to check that out. I love sludge type, slow doom metal type stuff. I love really slow, thunderous sounding stuff sometimes. So yeah, I'll have to check that out.
Alright, well, it's still got a lot of work to do.
Good start though.
Yeah.
I dig it.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
I think we'll leave it there today.
Cool. All right, man.
Cool. Thanks to everybody for tuning in.
Yeah.
Thank you, Maddie, for the cool questions. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
And
Choopy too. He had a few good ones.
Yeah.
In there too.
Thank you, Choopy. Miss Doug. Guess he'll be back next week.
Doug had to work late, he said, but he did remind me last night to send out the invites. He's a cool dude.
In case he watches the replay, thank you, Doug.
Yeah, appreciate you, man.
And we'll be here next week. Oh, we've got before we go, a little announcement. We got a bunch of cool videos coming up.
Yeah,
we got one that we posted that yesterday. Ian Miller.
Yeah, the art book of the Art of Ian Miller art book. We reviewed that and dropped the video yesterday.
Yeah,
and we're gonna be dropping them on Tuesdays. The reason why I dropped it yesterday is I couldn't finish editing it Tuesday.
Right.
So yeah, catch you later, Choopy. Thanks again for tuning in, man, and all the support.
Yeah,
and please share and subscribe. Everybody else that's not watching, but we will be dropping each week, every Tuesday, reviews.
We got a lot of content.
Yeah, a lot of stuff.
If you like art books, if you like comics, if you like just art in general, even if it's stuff you do know about and want to check out a different point of view and perspective on it, tune in. But there's a lot of stuff too that I have that I'm sure a lot of people wouldn't know about. I've got a lot of underground stuff I want to talk about. There's stuff that I don't think it's known, but I just don't think it gets enough coverage. So there's that kind of stuff too.
Yeah, and there'll be other stuff besides books too, like supplies and even album covers, all kinds of stuff. Album artists, just all kinds of cool things. So we'll be dropping those each week. And
again, what's the date on Comic Palooza?
I think it's like May 24th through the 26th, I believe.
Oh, it's the 24th.
Yeah. It's the last weekend in May.
Okay.
Yeah, 24th through the 26th, because the following Monday, it's the next to last weekend, I think.
Wait, let me look.
Yeah, because Memorial Day, it's the next to last weekend, because Memorial Day is on the 27th.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, 24th through the 26th.
Okay.
But yeah, come by, check us out. Comic Palooza if you're
if you're in town, come by.
Yeah.
I don't know what side of the convention hall.
It's kind of the north end of it. Our booth is I gotta look it up. It's 2239, I think.
We'll make an announcement.
Yeah, 2239. It's May 24th through the 26th.
Yeah. Come by.
Yeah.
Just to say hi.
Yeah, just say hi and check out what we have. Cool.
Thanks, guys.
All right, later.
See you next week.